So here we are, this is the final day of the practice out at the World Feeder Fishing Championships at Terneuzen. The sun is out, the sky is blue, it's a beautiful day, and on this very stage, replacing us in approximately 72 hours, will be the newly crowned world champions. Ford, it's getting exciting now.
Isn't it ever? And the big question is who is going to be on this stage and who is going to be the new world champions? Will it be England holding on to their title? Will it be the Dutch? Will it be the Belgians? Will it be the French? But look at the weather, isn't it gorgeous?
Few people catching fish this morning.
Yeah, very interesting. This is the final practice session. It's a compulsory practice session. All the teams have to practice on the last day. First day of competition, of course, is tomorrow. But the day before the big competition, you have to make sure you get your practice right. We've seen the Dutch this morning. They've already had 7 fish in their first hour. It's not going to be a match, we don't think, where lots of fish are going to be caught. It's a highly technical venue where the fishing is going to be tough.
What's very interesting from my point of view is looking at the spies. Of course, every team has their own little bit now where they can practice different things, they can talk to each other, they've got their own little sections. Tomorrow, when the competition proper starts, there's only going to be 1 man in each individual section. So of course, there's team spies out in each of these areas to try and find out what the best tactics are. And it's quite funny, looking at the Dutch, they're doing very well. As a result, big crowd of people behind them watching.
But what's really interesting for me is the number of fish that are going to be caught, the chances that you're going to have to take. In international competition in any sport, if you mess up when you've got a big chance, then you don't win. Here, on this piece of water, if you miss a bite or lose a fish, you could lose the world title right there and then. And that makes it a fascinating, really interesting event. The spectacle that's here is incredible. It just looks such a special kind of a place, and if you're interested in feeder fishing, you want to be here this weekend, don't you?
Just take a look around us and look what's going on. It's a really busy place at the moment out here. There's fishing tackle stands being set up, there's entertainment being set up, there's food and drink stalls being set up. It's going to be a great place to come out for the weekend. If you're an angler, then coming out and seeing this level of skill in one place, it doesn't happen very often.
If you come here, you've got 26 countries here this weekend. You've got some of the best anglers you will ever see fishing a feeder anywhere on the planet. And if you come and sit and watch someone like Steve Ringer, some of the England anglers, the Dutch team, they're really, really good anglers. If you sit and watch those guys for long enough, you're going to pick up vital bits of information, which ultimately, if you're an angler, are going to catch you more fish.
Absolutely, and in any sport, seeing high-level sport's brilliant. But there's not many sports that you can get this close to the world champion.
Here's the reigning world champion, Steve Ringer. On his feet in the England box this morning in the practice session. Just started to catch a few fish. Pretty clear that there's a little run of fish coming through Steve's peg at the moment. Just get to see what this one is. He's going to take his time with this. Every single bite, every single fish will count in this event. Go for his landing net. Some huge roach in here as well. Beautiful roach. Back goes the landing net. Isn't that lovely? Look at that. Scales glinting in the sun and a happy world champion. Well done, Mr. Ringer. Now then, Tom, how's it going? Last day of practice, all to play for?
Yeah, it's been hard all week. It's been really hard. And I know there's some countries not, only been catching 1 and 2 fish. But today, it's gone balmy. I don't know why. We haven't got a clue. Maybe it's because the sun's come out. But today has been lots of fish, which is good because we can work on tactics. Because if you're not catching, it's very difficult to try and work a plan, But today it's been unbelievable. I can't believe how many fish we've caught. Really, in fact, we've caught that many fish. I'll let him have a cup of tea halfway through, and I don't always do that. So
absolutely not. I mean, Dean Barlow behind you is just landing what looks to be another decent bream.
Yeah.
Now, we saw you in Ireland 12 months ago.
Yeah.
You've had a year as world champion. Steve, obviously, reigning world individual champion. How's that year been in terms of the development of feeder angling for the team?
It's been fantastic, and reason for that is everything's settled down now. I think lots of people thought we should win it every year, and they forget that we're up against some good fishing nations who fish the feeder.
Phil Ringer now, and yet another roach. He's having quite a nice morning so far in practice, picking up quite a few of these 4-ounce roach. First day, What do you reckon that is then, Phil? He's just shouting back, question the 4 ounces. What would you give that? 8 ounces, my word, he's giving it 8 ounces. I think we'll split the difference and that'll be a 6 ounce roach. So Phil Ringer there, smile on his face, enjoying himself, 6 ounce roach. And he's had quite a good couple of days. First day, 7.5 odd kilos. Second day in practice, 3 kilos, but he did have that tussle with a mullet that towed him around and eventually disappeared into the distance. Left him smarting a little bit, but you know what, he's going to make amends for that because tomorrow and Saturday are the big days. But he's certainly enjoying himself today in England. They've got their tails up at the moment, I must say. Quite a few fish coming out. So Jan, final day of practice going for you. How is it today?
I think I've looked all over the venue, and with the exception of the area that was a little bit better yesterday than the other areas, let's say the farthest to the right, all the other sections are fishing slightly better than the other days, which doesn't mean to say that it's enormous catches, but there is a few more fish by the looks of it.
Let's talk about the battle of the big two, yourselves and England. It goes back quite a long way, first and second in the rankings.
A lot of people say that Holland and England are the strongest teams on the bank. I think England is the strongest team on the bank, and I mean this. The strongest team doesn't always win. We've worked for such a long time for this championship to come. We've got the home advantage. You start the training week with certain ideas. You adapt them maybe a little during the week, and we have some sort of an idea. Obviously, whether it works or not is the second thing.